So, how do we start this video? Just be like, hey, we answer questions.
Great intro.
Is that the intro, really?
Should we use that?
Can we use that?
We can use that. We're going to do it.
Okay, we'll use that. So Theo and I thought it'd be a very good idea to go and answer a lot of your guys' Need for Speed questions and just sort of go on Twitter and say, hey, what do you guys want to know about Need for Speed? And we'll answer them.
Yes.
Or do our best to, basically.
Yeah, do our best to, because NDA.
Yep. So for those who don't know, Theo actually went to Sweden and played Need for Speed back in February, which was really cool. So Theo has some insight to
I have
to
a lot more information that there's a lot of it I can't even say. Which is, it eats away at you inside when people ask you questions constantly. It's like, I can't, sorry.
So what we're going to do is we're going to answer questions on both of our channels, actually. We're going to answer some questions on Theo's channel, and then we're going to answer some questions on my channel. So, yeah.
Cool. Collabs.
Collabs and stuff. We're legit, Theo.
Yes.
Will there be a day-night cycle?
So, there is a dynamic cycle-y, timey thing.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna call it. That is not in the daytime though. It's not, doesn't ever go to the daytime. It's dusk till dawn, they call it.
Yes.
I'm not exactly sure how it does it, but the way I assume is you come out of, say you come out of the place around dusk time, you'll see it progress, but you won't see it go back to dusk, for example. It will just stay, really dark until you went back in.
There's no day. Yeah, I noticed that. A lot of people were saying there's no day in any of the trailers. There's no day in the game.
Yeah, it's kind of like for the whole undergroundy style.
Yeah, everything's at night and
illegal racing.
Yeah, run from cops.
Yeah, basically.
Well, the lower end cars like tuners and things like that, those are higher end cars, I'd like you to know. Will they be able to match the performance of like higher end cars like supercars and exotics and things like that when you upgrade them?
So yeah, supercars, they weren't confirmed until E3. There was actually no, other than like the Porsches, obviously.
Yes, but, there's a Porsche and a Huracan.
There was a Huracan that flew past. It's like, whoa. And I actually didn't expect that. It was a cool way for them to say, like, yeah, there are higher end cars in the game.
Yeah.
But I don't expect like Bugatti Veyrons or anything.
No, okay.
Just more like tuner-based, like, car culture. You don't see Veyrons modified. You see Lamborghinis modified, Ferraris modified, that sort of thing.
KSI. Lamborghini. Okay.
And then you get some people that ruin them.
Yeah. Once again, KSI.
Yes, basically. I really hope people are going to make his car. Straight away, you know
100%.
that.
But yeah, how's the upgrading going to work exactly? How much does it like impact the car?
So you can do. I'm assuming like they're trying to follow the whole real car culture thing. Like all the parts are real. So I'm assuming that's what they're going to do with the performance parts as well. So you could, I imagine, get cars to go to the higher end, because if you went back to the first time I actually asked them about Need for Speed 2015 when I didn't know it was a thing, was at Eurogamer. I actually asked them if there was going to be a way to upgrade lower end cars to beat higher end cars, and they said it's something they're going to look at in the future. So this is what he told me face to face, saying that is basically what he was talking about. They were planning this game 2012, 13? I can't remember exactly, but yeah.
Jesus.
It was like, yeah, that was pretty cool.
I guess since we're talking about the cars and the car list, what do you think the car list is going to consist of?
That's something that I know, but I can't say.
Oh, you can't say about that? Okay, I'm going to make some predictions. There's going to be a couple supercars, nothing too high end, like you said, no Veyrons or anything like that. A lot of tunery things, because customization in this game is huge.
Yeah, that's basically, I can say that, like, is cars that you see customized a lot, you will probably see in this game. That's basically how it works. Like, they worked with speed hunters, and they were basically the people that went to the events and such, and saw what cars were there, what the people were like, what they customized on their cars, and that's the information that they fed back to Need for Speed to make this game. So, yeah, popular rice cars you'll see in this game.
There's another question. How many cars do you think are going to be in the game?
So, don't expect, like, Forza level.
Yeah, Need for Speed's never been like that.
No, like, I would say it's, like, a comfortable amount. It's not really small. Like, the crew had a small car list, but obviously had all the specs. That's a different story. But it's like, basically look at Need for Speeds that are out at the moment. The new Hot Pursuit, the new Rivals. Those car lists, but except they're not split up. You get the whole, you don't have to be a cop or a racer kind of thing. So there's a comfortable amount, but there's no like massive car list like Forza or Gran Turismo, for example.
Yeah. That's pretty good then. Oh, Theo.
Yeah.
I had to ask this question for you.
Okay.
A guy says, can you race cars?
Yes, you can. You can
Really?
literally destroy things if you really
Really?
want to. Yes, you can.
Oh my god.
You can customize everything, so you'll end up seeing some awful cars. It will basically be like GTA Online for the most part if you join random games. Bright coloured cars that have stupid rims and stupid
I don't know if I like the
wings.
sound of this game anymore. Oh god.
But yeah, obviously you can put it on private and invite
Yeah,
people.
those
but,
people will be kicked from the lobby immediately.
But yeah, so you can race, yes.
Yeah, customization is going to be huge in this game, so I would imagine so.
But yeah, I don't imagine they'd get very far without upgrading performance, so technically it wouldn't be
Yeah,
rice.
I guess so. Put a big wing account.
Yeah, it counts.
Okay, actually speaking of customizing your cars, vinyls and decals.
Now, we know from the gameplay that there is a default, I'm forgetting the word now, wraps, that's it, wraps
Yeah,
for
you
your
can
cars.
basically drop vinyl groups on your car essentially. It'll put
Yeah.
like Rocket Bunny stickers or like whoever.
So
stickers.
I assume that was something to do with what body parts you put on your car, because on the back of the window it had, I think, the rim manufacturer on it and such like that. So I'm
Okay.
assuming that's what that is, which
That's
is
pretty cool.
pretty cool. But I'm not exactly sure on if they're able to make your own. But I assume you would be able to if you look at all the customizations in the game. Like, it's ridiculously in depth. It would be a bit silly to not have like vinyl modifications on there.
Yeah,
at least
you'd
to
assume
some
so.
extent. Yeah.
Painting your cars, tinting your windows, painting your
Oh
wheels.
yeah.
All that.
You can tint
standard
windows,
stuff.
so it would be a bit like weird if you couldn't customize stickers on it.
Yeah. All right, Theo. Final question.
Okay.
Will there be a beta?
Now I'm not sure, but I would think there might be a closed behind doors, very secret beta or something, because
Oh.
it's like it's one of those games that is always online, and they need to make sure it's going to work right for the server. The amount of people that are going to jump on the servers on day one.
That was
They
exactly
don't
what
want
my
it to go
concern.
down.
I said as soon as I heard about the always online thing, I'm like, they need to test this thing before,
Yeah.
make sure it works.
I mean, the crew didn't really have any drops day one, and that was because they had about 10 different betas. But Destiny, for example, that had a couple of betas that didn't drop. One thing though, they probably have to have a public beta to test it really, like an open beta where everybody can
Just
get
to
in.
kill servers.
Yeah, they need to really push the servers to make sure, because it also has dedicated servers. It's not like P2P, so that's going to push it even more. So hopefully there will be a beta, but yeah, we'll obviously let you know if there is a beta.
Yeah. Sure, there will be some video saying beta join now.
Yeah,
Or there's gonna be some Need for Speed gameplay, one of the two.
one of the two.
But anyways, I think that's good, Theo.
Yep, that's pretty much everything.
I think people have a pretty good sense of what Need for Speed is.
Need for Rice,
Need for Rice.
basically. That's basically what it is. With the Need for Speed people have been asking for.
Yeah. I think now we're going to go and answer some more questions over on my channel.
We should do that.
We should do that. Let's do
People
that.
should check that out by
Yeah.
clicking the thing on the screen and in the description.
Yeah.
That'd be good of them.
Yeah.